Global Representations of Women is a course that is designed to examine the ways in which women are portrayed in movies, advertising, the news media, literature, and society in general. The main purpose of the course is to help students gain an understanding of the powerful effects that these representations have on the political, economic, and social lives of women throughout the world. Students get an opportunity to reflect and build an awareness of global issues and how gender is impacted by them. Some of the topics you can look forward to discussing include the gender pay gap, female empowerment in the age of social media, the objectification of women in sports, women in politics, as well as many other issues that affect women in different parts of the world. This is a life-changing course, and at the end of it, you can expect to have developed a better understanding of feminist and intersectional theories that will not only help you become a better critical thinker, but to appreciate even more the diversity of a global society. I hope to see you in class.
Hi, my name is David Corwin, and I'm an instructor and associate director for Women and Gender Studies. I'm here to talk to you about Women and Gender Studies 200, Introduction to Women and Gender Studies. This course serves as our gateway course for our major and our minor, and also counts as an elective for our minor in LGBTQ studies. Also, students can satisfy their Mason core for social and behavioral science through taking this course. As you might gather from the title, the course is an introduction to the field. It's an introduction to the three waves of feminism, post-feminism, the social construction of gender, the social construction of sexuality and race. It also looks at transnational feminisms and gender and popular culture, and at times also looks at gender and disability. The course is meant to be a broad dessert bar of topics related to gender that will make you want to learn more and continue through our program. We always offer at least 2 sections of the course a semester, and I hope that you will see the course as a valuable one that you will need to take. However, if you can't take the course this semester, do know we offer it every semester. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Professor Richards. My full name is Yvette Richards Jordan, and I'm here to talk to you about 2 courses I'll be teaching in the fall. The first one is an undergraduate course. It's entitled Women During the Enslavement Era. The longer title is Women Preachers, Teachers, Activists, and Captives During the Enslavement Era. This course examines the history of African American women in antebellum America, both the general experiences of the enslaved and the nominally free, and also the lives of noted women who were involved in the public arena as orators, writers, preachers, abolitionists, and women's rights activists. Within the context of the national political debates and compromises that took place on the issue of slavery and the status of free blacks, the course uses an intersectional analysis in examining the effect of gender, race, and class on the development of ideologies regarding abolition, colonization, women's rights, and enslavement.
Hi, I'm Dr. Leah Adams, and I'm so excited to be teaching Gender, Culture, and Health in the U.S. again. In this course, we explore how health status and health-related disparities are constructed in the United States by examining how different groups of people, on the basis of social identity, geographic location, history, and other factors, experience health in this country. We start off the semester by focusing on big picture ideas like what is health, or what's the difference between a health difference and a health disparity. And later in the semester, we use specific health issues like mental health and violence to do a deeper dive into how various groups experience unique barriers and facilitators to health. This is a really hands-on course that thrives with engaged learners. We discuss complex topics in small groups and all together. We have lots of in-class activities, and we even get the occasional podcast or documentary to analyze. I really hope you'll consider enrolling.
Hi there. I'm here to discuss with you our Women and Gender Studies 330 Feminist Theories of Gender, Sexuality, and Race course. This course is required for our Women and Gender Studies majors and minors and an elective for the minor in LGBTQ studies. Also, any students are welcome to take it that are interested. This course asks us to dive deep into some of our foundational feminist thinkers, from pre-first wave to second wave to third wave to post-feminist and current feminist thinkers. It asks us to look at to make sense out of what seems to be dense material at times, but also for us to look at theory as based in lived experience. So we look at intersectional feminisms, we look at queer theory, we look at critical race theory, we look at disability theory, and then we bring all that together to see why theory matters in our everyday lives through a variety of projects, readings, and in-class activities. And we also look at how theory helps us read particular issues and create a research project around those. This course is foundational in any kind of program in women and gender studies, and if you're interested in using feminist theory in any discipline, I would highly recommend that you take this course. It's I just can't express how it really changes how students think about academic scholarship and how we use that as a form of activism for our everyday. And also for people that are looking for a historical overview of theoretical movements within feminism, this is the course for you. So I hope you'll consider taking it this semester. Hi there, my name's David Corwin, and I'm Associate Director and an instructor in Women and Gender Studies. And I'm here to talk to you about our Women and Gender Studies 375 and Integrative Studies 375 Gender, Race, Sexuality, and TV course. This course gives us a broad survey ranging from the I Love Lucy era to shows that are on today, such as This Is Us, A Million Little Things, and Pose, and discusses how gender, race, and sexuality are represented intersectionally throughout TV over time. We look at scholarship in feminist media studies throughout the semester, and you'll learn to analyze narratives, genres, through watching sitcoms, dramas, and soap operas across the semester. You'll also have the opportunity to make a creative project of your own and also develop a media content analysis of your choice from the course text. This particular course counts as an elective both in integrative studies and in women and gender studies. And if you are an LGBTQ studies minor, this course counts as an option for the LGBTQ issues and institutional context requirement. I hope you'll consider taking this course. Thank you.
The title of this graduate course is Gender, Sexuality and Human Rights. The course will explore the globalization of women's and LGBTIQ human rights discourses from a transnational perspective. During the course of the semester, we'll consider some of the social and political movements, as well as the kinds of legal and policy-making arguments that have helped to shape gender and sexual rights advocacy. We'll examine a variety of texts, anthropological, cinematic, literary, and legal, across a range of disciplines, including women's and gender studies, sexuality studies, anthropology, conflict analysis, political science, critical legal studies, and film and media studies, to name just a few. Some of the issues we'll discuss in the course include the following: women's human rights in the war on terrorism, rape and sexual violence, immigration and political asylum, sex work and sex trafficking, HIV/AIDS, children's human rights, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and intersex human rights, and also disability rights. Specifically, we'll examine how the discourse of human rights maps vulnerability onto certain bodies and not others, and how these bodies take on the burden of representation in domestic and international politics and law. Some of the other course goals include the following. Firstly, to familiarize you with the ways in which human rights frameworks have been applied to questions of gender, sexuality, and disability. And secondly, to help prepare you for possible future work in human rights organizations or in other advocacy or social justice related fields.
The graduate course that I'm teaching is entitled Race, Gender, and Lynching. Although the Equal Justice Initiative has counted 4,075 African Americans who were lynched between 1877 and 1950, inadequate documentation in an age of racial terrorism and anti-blackness means an accurate account is lost to history. Over the past 30 years, however, an impressive array of lynching scholarship has developed into a burgeoning field that demonstrates the central role of violence in recasting white supremacy for a post-bellum Southern order that also had national implications. The course will cover 4 main areas of inquiry. It will explore the factors that account for the rise and fall of lynching and its spatial and temporal distribution in the South. It will examine the characteristics of the lynched as well as the lynchers, including connections with law enforcement and local judicial systems. It will cover anti-lynching campaigns by organizations and the resistance of Black communities. Although the course is concentrated on the lynchings of Black men in the South who formed the majority of lynch victims there, the course will also examine the circumstances that led to the lynching of Black women, as well as the characteristics of lynchings in sections of the country where there were few Blacks. I look forward to seeing you in either of my courses. Thank you. Bye.
The title of this graduate course is Feminist Theories Across the Disciplines. The course will offer an introduction to some of the historical and contemporary theoretical debates that have helped to shape both feminist and queer studies. We'll devote a significant amount of time in the class to addressing the ways in which feminist and queer theories intersect with other interdisciplinary areas of thought, including Marxist and post-colonial theories, psychoanalysis, critical race theory, post-structuralist theory, and theories of transnationalism and globalization. In doing so, our primary goal will be to use both feminist and queer theories as a basis for understanding social inequalities and as a way of developing forms of resistance to those inequalities. Some of the other course goals include the following. To get a sense of the potential scope of feminist and queer studies and become familiar with their language, theories, and methods of critical engagement. To consider what kinds of connections exist or should exist between feminist theory and feminist activism, to gain a better understanding of the ways in which gender and sexuality intersect with race, class, nation, ability, ethnicity, and political economy, and to address new forms of social inequality emerging within the context of globalization. Some of the issues we'll address during the course of the semester include the following. Second wave feminism and the sex-gender system, women of color feminisms and theories of intersectionality, lesbian feminism and the institution of compulsory heterosexuality, post-structuralist feminism and queer theory, feminist and queer disability theories, post-feminist media culture, and post-colonial and transnational feminist theories.